Day 17 is today. Day 17, and we're gonna wire all the outlets. We got a few more runs of electrical we need to run for some floodlights, garage door opener. What else? I think there was something else. I'm forgetting something. I'm sure. We'll figure it out as we go, that's for sure. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So it's a couple of runs. Oh, the light switches. That was it. Light switches. So we'll do those runs, and then I'm just gonna wire all these outlets up. Big old fan. Engage. That's the first order of business. That box there, then that box over there, and then that switch, light switches. I think that's it. And we can wire the panel. We label them. That way we're not guessing. The panel is complete. I mean, I've never wired a panel before, but I don't know. I guess it'll work. Well, I guess we'll find out. As soon as the electrician guy comes over and actually makes these hot out there at the pole. There's one last thing I gotta do, and that is I gotta ground this box. So I got this wire that's gonna come down and poke out, and what you saw me date, that's the wire right there. And here's the grounding rod. All 8 feet of it. 8 feet supposed to go in the ground, and there's no way I'm pounding that thing into the ground, and I got nothing that I can pull a trigger with to hammer that in. So I'm gonna bend one of the ends up, and then hence the trench. I'm just gonna drop it laying horizontally in this trench 2 feet down. That orange mark right there, that's my mark where I got a drill to come out. I don't know if it'll pass inspection, but it'll work. Actually, we don't have any inspections out here. I can stick up there. That's my mark. Of course, I'll drill it lower. Man, that's a long way. That's a long way down. It's a lot longer than I expected. Let's just say that. Don't need this many feet of it. So I'm just gonna kind of go out. It's just bent down there, clamp, tightened. Really it's not. Really is. How to get out of here. Oh, look at that. Not bad for an old man. Building inspector's here. The great Trey Greer.
Definitely not.
My hands are all dirty. How are you, sir? Nitpick and say, dude, you did a terrible job at that box. No. Does it not make you nervous with that?
With what?
Well, those two wires, those three wires that could kill you.
Those uppers, they can't kill you.
They can't?
Ain't no load on them.
If you touch that, you'd just get tense?
Pretty much, because look, you have no load on it. It's just transforming it down to 120. And it's just open-ended. There ain't nothing pulling, there ain't nothing drawing, no power to put a load on that. It'd be equivalent to going in there and if you had all your lights off and you cut into a lighting circuit that didn't have no lights on it.
Yeah.
Or if you just touched a hot coming out of the back of a breaker, it'd be the same thing as touching that.
So it can't kill you?
I ain't gonna say it's impossible for it not to kill you, but you really gotta be stupid about it.
Well, my way of not being stupid, I said I ain't doing it.
What I mean by being really stupid about it is you'd have to put a load on it with yourself. So if you just touched one of them, you'll probably be just fine. If I reach in there and grab a hold of both of them, I'm probably gonna have some issues when it's all said and done.
Don't do that.
Like I said, you really gotta be stupid about it. We're in. 120. You good over there, Shelly?
You good, you good. That breaker's off, don't worry about it.
Okay.
We are going to liquid flash the bottom of this. When we had the pad poured, and because for so long it just sat empty with no structure on it, I just brought a bunch of fill up and drove over it with the buggy so that it would pack down and not run off and expose the foundation. Except this morning I had to pull it back about 6 inches because, believe it or not, we have hardy board going up, and it actually says in their instructions, and yeah, I did read the instructions. It says that you're supposed to have a minimum of 6 inches from the ground to the bottom of your board for splash if rain gets up there, water, whatever. So that's what I did. I just got done doing all that, and now we're actually going to try to do some liquid flash, which means we got to get in between our copper to the base plate and up underneath the foam board that's up here. Foam board that's up here. Here, we'll just bend this down. Foam board and the bottom of the sheeting, which means there's a lot of laying down. So we're gonna grab some foam board and we're gonna lay on the foam board so that we're not getting all that stuff on us, because with it being sweaty and hot, it's just gonna turn to mud. All right, you can take that piece. That's a lovely sound. Not left-handed.
I'm telling you, we should have started the opposite corner.
How's it going?
Sounds good. You think you can give me that bead on the outside?
Yeah. Okay, liquid flash is complete. I didn't take much video of it because it was just a bunch of us laying on our side, squeezing it in there and working it with a putty knife, which there's a putty knife over there. And who wants to see a bunch of that? I think I'd do it different next time. I don't think I would do this stuff. I don't know how I would do it different, but I don't think I would use liquid flash again. Too expensive. even for my own house. I know that's a buggy house, single car garage, but you know, this whole thing was an experiment just to see what would we do over here. And we've learned a lot. But this portion is done. I gotta pick up all this foam. But this portion is done. And next week we will continue with, I don't know. We gotta get a well going. We're waiting for stuff for our well. This rig is hot. Okay, that's it. We're out. I can hear myself think now.